WBA local director for Ontario, Canada. I'm here at the USBA WBA Hall of Fame Banquet and Tournament, and as you can see behind me, we have a world record going on later by Daniel and SIFU Keith Fanning from Ireland. They'll be doing a new two-person concrete world record, so hopefully I'll have footage for that to show you. But today, vlog, I'm going to, if I get a chance, interview some of the directors and some of the officials here at the USBA and kind of introduce you to the sport of competitive breaking. So stay tuned and we'll have lots of video for you soon. Alright, I'm here with Grandmaster Ralph BERGAMO. He's one of the co-founders of the USBA here in down in the United States, Canada, and over in Ireland. How you doing, sir?
Good, thank you. How you doing?
Pretty good. What did you think of the Hall of Fame ceremony last night? Thankfully.
You know, every year it grows in numbers, and the quality of what we and Adam and Drew come up with is just, it surpasses the year before. I was very pleased, very touched. It was very family-oriented, very group-oriented, close bunch of people.
Pretty good. What makes the USBA, WBA so unique as a breaking organization as well as a martial arts organization compared to some of the other ones that we see involved in?
Well, when we started this, we wanted fair, open competition for anyone in the world that wanted to compete against another person. And we're saying that it is open to the world, and it's fair judgment, and it's a fairly oriented organization which cares for one another, but also wants to win.
I agree. One last question. Can you kind of tell people what's more involved in how training what is it for you? I've said this before, but what can training do for people and so forth?
You're really learning to harness yourself and focus yourself to a point of perfecting strikes, but more important, perfecting one's personal inner life and thoughts and direction. We see many people condition themselves and make sure that their body is hard, their mind becomes stronger, and your body becomes stronger, and you use them together as well. And that's what I think breaking is really done for the individuals.
I have one last question, actually. So we have a world record going on today. Can you give us a little bit of insight on what you think?
It's yours.
What takes to go to the world record and what these guys are doing?
Why not make it look awesome?
Well, the two gentlemen that are performing the record have synchronized themselves, even though one is from Ireland and one is here from Connecticut, in performing and breaking a pretty hard task of multiple blocks in a certain length of time with their elbow. And it's kind of very interesting to see how two gentlemen that are competitors have joined together to be one with a record, and quite a unique record that is going to be very difficult to meet.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am now here with Master SERRANO. He's one of the co-founders for the USBA, WBA here at the Hall of Fame Banquet and Tournament this weekend. How you doing, sir?
Very good, sir. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for running an awesome event. What did you think of how the banquet went last night?
I think the banquet, it was awesome. It's awesome every year, but this year it was even more personal. We really wanted to focus on the family aspect this year of the USBA. And what I mean by family is that all the breakers, all the directors, the members, it's like a big family. Not only are we competing against one another, but we're involved in each other's lives, and we make contact outside of just the events. We're always staying in contact with each other and in touch and care about each other more than just breaking. So it was really awesome to focus on that and to see that family atmosphere and aspect really come to life with everybody that was there last night.
I totally agree. That's what we were discussing last night about that. what makes USBA, WBA so unique as a martial art organization, as a breaking organization, compared to some of the other organizations that we compete in and involved in?
I think it's just the personal relationships, I think, more so than anything else. I mean, there's other good competitors out there in whatever aspect of martial art, whether it be kata, whether it be fighting, or breaking. There's a lot of good breakers out there, but just our organization and the feel of it, and like I said, that camaraderie. I don't know. I've been around a long time, like yourself, and you can see just that there is a different type of camaraderie here. It's awesome to see. It really is awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes us different.
Yeah, for sure. We'll compete against each other, but we're also helping each other set up. We're helping each other hold. We're helping each other train. Yeah, we want the best competitor to win. We want everybody to grow as a competitor, but also as a martial artist and a person, right? Yeah.
Right.
So when you and Grandmaster will sat down and decided to do this, what was your number one goal for the USBA as far as breaking aspect of it?
So when we first started, the number one goal was to bring recognition. Well, there was a couple things. We had gone to so many different events that there was just no standardization whatsoever. And we would go to a breaking event in California, and they didn't have any rules posted. They didn't have any standard materials. You would go get your own materials. Everybody's breaking different stuff. And the judges, to be perfectly honest, didn't know how to judge some of the things, because they would judge somebody breaking a half-inch board same as they would judge somebody breaking a 1-inch board. You know what I mean? They didn't really understand the difficulty levels involved, or even the techniques that people were using. There was different techniques that people were using for a break, say a ridge hand versus a palm. There's a difficulty level to it. They didn't understand. So that was one of the first things, was the standardization. Then we wanted to also bring recognition to the breaking competitor. That was another thing. We always seemed to get pushed off to the side as breakers. And kata and fighting was always pushed to the forefront. And it was just like, oh, the breakers that come have to do most of the logistical work and probably spend the most money because you got to buy all the materials. And they were always pushed to the side. So we wanted to bring, listen, our organization is about breaking. It's not about kata, it's not about fighting. It's about breaking. And we're going to bring those competitors to the forefront, and we're going to give them as much recognition as we can possibly.
And you guys have done a wonderful job at it. And I'm looking for many, many more years of being with you guys with the office.
We hope so. We hope you stay with us for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'm here with SIFU Keith Fanning from Ireland, and SIFU will be doing a world record today with Daniel Payton. But what did you think of the Hall of Fame ceremony last night?
Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. It was nice to see some people getting recognised for their efforts in the last 2 years, and see some of the videos again and some of the record breaks yourself and some of the other guys included. So yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
So what makes the USBA WBA so special compared to some of the other martial art organizations and breaking organizations out there?
If you had asked me that 5 years ago, excuse me, my answer would have been different. But I think in the last 2 years, we've kind of gotten to become more of a family, more of a group-orientated breaking community, if you like, because you were here helping me set up last night, and I'll help everybody set up today. So it's kind of it makes it more of a unit, more of a bond. Kind of, and it was said a lot last night, family.
Yeah, definitely. The USBA is definitely a family. As far as competitors go, we help each other more than compete. One more question. So what is the record that you'll be doing today with Mr. Payton here?
Today we're doing most amount of patio blocks in 15 seconds with a horizontal elbow. So we're going to stack 5 on every station. We're set up for 110 patios, so we're going to try and do all 110. And we're going to meet at the end with a very special break, trying to finish it off in style.
Well, good luck to you, sir.
Thanks very much.
I am now being joined here with Master GROGIN. He's the Director of Operations for the USBA. How you doing, sir?
I am tired, but I'm good.
Yeah, it's always long night at these events, right?
Yes,
and
always long
early
time.
morning. Yeah. So, can you tell us what makes the USBA and WBA so unique in the breaking as well as martial arts in general as far as the organization compared to some of the other ones that we've been involved in?
So in terms of breaking, we're the only real breaking organization in my opinion. Not a lot of other people do breaking the way we do in its entirety, offer the records, the competitions, the different events, the thoroughness of our rules, the standardized materials. Nobody else does that. So unique is because nobody else is breaking. But as compared to other martial art organizations, a lot of other martial art organizations are about size of the organization, in my opinion. They're about quantity over quality, and we are all about quality. We have quality people, quality directors and staffing, quality members. I mean, anybody can be a member, but we're lucky that we draw in those quality people as well. And I think that we just focus on trying to do what we love together, and not business, but just a group of people that love what they do, and let's just keep creating an environment to cultivate that.
Oh, I totally agree. What got you involved in competitive breaking?
What got me involved in competitive breaking? I mean, I was always an adamant breaker on a smaller scale at a younger age. And when I got involved with the USBA, first from a promoter standpoint, I then saw for myself what competitive breaking could be in that world. I hadn't been previously exposed to it. So once I was involved through engaging them as a promoter, wanting them to sanction my event, then I started getting more interest in my own personal desire to break when I saw what could be happening, what could be involved, and it's been nonstop ever since.
Very good. And so we've been involved for many years. We've seen lots of competitors come and go, but the ones that have stayed with us for multiple years, what have you seen them go through? What type of growth have they experienced being involved with breaking and with us?
Every single competitor that stayed with us from a long period of time has, without a doubt, ultimately, by no other means necessary, could not deny, improved significantly. Like every single one. If you pick out a competitor now that's been with us 5 years, you look at them before and after, whether it be through osmosis, through environment, through observation, through people actually helping them, through additional training, whatever it is, you can't stay a part of our group, come to our events, be involved, and not get better at breaking.
That's true, that's for sure. And one last question. So as the director of operations, you have a lot of duties. Can you kind of tell people some of the things that you do for us as breakers?
So what I try to do is I try to make it so that as the organization grows, we take into account some of the philosophies of successful larger organizations, both in martial arts and without. I try to make things easily perceived by, so all the things we do, I want to make sure that they're communicated well, received well, and understood well, so that everybody knows the opportunities that they have with us. So as we do different things, as we have new events, as we add divisions, as we have competitions, as we have programs like Competitor of the Year, our top breaker, I try to do as much as I can to make sure everybody understands that, utilizes that, takes advantage of all these things that we can do for them. I also do a lot of technology on the back end to help make managing all these things easier for us so that we can easily turn it around to the users, to the competitors and stuff, and be able to see that. So it's a lot of planning and a lot of ideas, a lot of drawing people in, looking for opportunities, marketing, PR, a little bit of everything.
And we appreciate for you doing that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my pleasure.
I'm here with Danielle SERRANO. She's the official for the World National Circuit. How are you doing today?
Great, thank you.
Good. So tournament's been going very well. What's some of the stuff that you've seen so far today that's been pretty exciting?
I think for me, the most exciting part of the tournament is just the kids break. I really love to watch the little kids, especially the new ones. Kids that didn't expect to do that well because it's their first time and they're not experienced. And to have to bring up their numbers and all of a sudden be surprised at how exceptionally good they did, even though they've never done it before. And one little girl started crying, and that really touched me.
Yeah, it's really,
really
very inspiring to watch them.
Yes,
guys.
absolutely.
So you've been with the USBA since the beginning, pretty much. So what separates us from all the other breaking associations or martial arts associations?
I think the one thing the USBA brings is the family aspect. It's not just about the breaker, it's the team behind the breaker, it's even the the person you're competing against, helping you out, working with you, cheering you on. It's just a really amazing, friendly atmosphere that everyone is welcome and everyone's encouraged to do better, and everyone is constantly challenged, but in a healthy, friendly way. Not in, how do you say it? There's no really hard, hard feelings.
We're competitive but not competitive at the same
No,
time.
and we learn from each other.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's what I was discussing with some other ones. Even though we're competing against each other, we're also helping each other set up, we're helping each other hold, we're helping each other train, giving each other tips.
And even the cleanup, you see at the end when a lot of tournaments that I've been to, and everyone just leaves at the end.
Yep.
You see everyone just working together, trying to get everything, put away and cleaned up at the end. It's just a really nice feeling to know that you have friends, not just competitors.
Yeah. So you are this past year's competitor of the year, both on the World National and the Northeastern Circuit. What are you going to do next? What's your...
Well, yesterday I was challenged to do the Black Belt Challenge. I would love to see the females breaking. I'm getting older now, and as you get older, it's hard. It's harder on your body, but I think it's important to continue to challenge yourself, no matter. Even if you're, I gotta be honest, I'm a little afraid. I have tough competition. The girls are really good. I've been watching them today, and I think it's important just to put yourself out there. So I think maybe the Black Belt Challenge.
That would be awesome. I know I did it there last year, but the females have really stepped it up in the last couple of years. But that's inspiring. That's kind of inspiring you to keep going forward.
Yes, and I'm so proud because, when I started martial arts, even in our studio when I first began, for many years I was the only girl. So to see all the women coming up and having other female black belts, even in my own style, especially my own style here, it's really amazing.
Yes, that's awesome. Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here with Master Dick Zambri from Orlando, Florida, one of our directors down there. How you doing, sir?
Wonderful. How are you?
Pretty good. What did you think of
Good morning.
What did you think of the banquet last night?
The banquet last night was terrific. Wonderful people, wonderful food, a wonderful time.
What do you think is so unique about the USBA, WBA as a breaking organization as well as a martial arts organization?
Well, breaking-wise, they have the best rules, best quality control, and in my opinion, the best competitors. And as far as a martial arts organization, they bring out the best in everybody, the competitors, the directors, and everybody involved.
Oh, I totally agree with you. That's why we've been around so long, right? What got you into being a competitive breaker? What made you want to break full stuff?
Well, watching the other breakers got me inspired, and then from there, I started it myself, and it's been about 15 years now.
Excellent. Thank you, sir. I'm here with SKYLAR.
PAGLIUCA.
She's an official for a national world circuit, and she's been competing with the USBA since you were
10 years old, and I'm 22 now, so 12 years.
This is as long as I have.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we were over Ireland in October. That was awesome.
That was one of the best trips ever.
For sure. What makes the USBA so unique compared to some of the other organizations that we've been involved with?
I think definitely the camaraderie between everybody, the respect that everybody gives each other. I saw that today. A big thing was respect. Everybody respected each other. Everybody respected each other's materials, their stations, everything that came along with it, the routines, not to run through the ring. And it just seems like everybody's really starting to love to help each other instead of feeling like they need to, which I love.
Yeah, so you started as a junior competitor.
Yep.
You were 10 years old. So you're always involved with the kids a lot. You specialize in that. What do you think breaking does to the young ones? What do they benefit from?
I know that me breaking as a kid, I think it definitely created very good confidence for myself. I have very good confidence, and I would think that I got that from here. Especially just martial arts in general, it just makes you feel like you can do anything, like anything that's impossible makes you feel like you can do. I think that breaking for kids is just something to show them that they should never give up, and I was talking to 2 kids today that were discouraged with themselves and they didn't do as good as they wanted to do, but it's really, I told them I was that person. If I didn't do good, I would just cry when I was younger, but now you just have to learn from it and you got to keep going and not give up, and I think it's a good lesson to teach everyone just to keep persevering. Whether you do good or not, you always want to do better.
Good. So you took a little bit of a break from hiatus for a little bit. Now that you're back,
Yes.
what is your goal? What do you want to
I'm ready to make a very big comeback, but it's kind of a surprise. So it will be subtle, but it will definitely be big.
And will you be making it to Canada next year?
I definitely will.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
Challenge for my young girl.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Here with Master Flint Murphy. He's the USBA, WBA, the new director of officiating
Yes.
as of last night. So, can you tell us a little bit about what that entails?
Well, I got promoted last night. I guess the idea is to have one person in charge of all the officials, all the judges, excuse me, so that we have kind of across the board a standard that we're all judging in the same fashion. So I've been a head judge, at multiple competitions.
Yep.
So they decided to make me the
Yeah, you and I both done that, and you're
Right.
assistant
Right.
circuit.
right. So.
Yep.
And then, that way hopefully we'll get a lot of the judging will be the same across the board.
Yeah, so
you
it's
know.
kind of go up like this.
Right,
Like,
right, 'cause-
Sometimes when you get some of the other organizations, it can go
Right,
down
right.
to
And then
that,
if you
right?
get, different black belts from different styles and stuff that maybe aren't as familiar with breaking, we can try and get them all on the same page as to, that way the competitors are getting judged equally
That's fair.
in different rings, at different events.
That's
So,
correct, yes. Now that we're in like 4 or 5 countries across the world right now.
right, yes, we are growing.
Yeah, so exactly. So when we've been both been around for a long time now. So what makes the USBA so special and so different compared to some of the other breaking organizations and different tournament circuits out there?
Well, the way I understand, the USBA, WBA is trying to make a standard for a breaking tournament or breaking event that different people can come from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, and each event will be the same standard of materials, judging like we just talked about, and different divisions that are added or subtracted or whatever, so that people that come will get the same experience no matter what tournament they go to. If it's regular, just a standard Taekwondo tournament with, sparring and forms and all that. This way, if they have a breaking part of it, it will be the same as if they go to the U.S. Open in Florida. It'll all be the same.
So, like I said, you've been breaking for a long time now. What got you into breaking and what keeps you motivated to keep improving yourself?
Well, I got started with breaking just, as I guess most, as your test to grade up, you'd have to break
Pretty standard
something,
martial
pretty
art,
standard thing. And then our American Filipino Kung Tao, once you got to black belt, you would have to break a coconut. So, all right, and then Mr. SERRANO, Mr. BERGAMO, Mr. Milo, different black belts said, hey, let's go to one tournament, see what we can do. And we did pretty well, and we just continued on and made Team BERGAMO, and then eventually got to the USBA, WBA. And it's just, it's all the brotherhood of breakers that you want to keep coming back. Every time I feel like I'm done, I see the world record they did today, and I'm thinking, maybe I'll get one of my students and we'll give that a try. So it's just the family. It keeps, kind of keeps bringing you back in and keeping you there. And, if he can do it, I can give it a try. So.
And one last thing. Is there anything that you plan on doing further in your career? Is there any goals that you want to set? Or?
Truthfully, I've always had a very small school. I have a full-time job. I know some guys that, they have a full-time martial arts career. I'd love to, yes. I'd love to try and put some more time into the school. I have a small number of students, but they, not to brag, are very good because it's constant attention, me with 3 or 4 guys, so they get a lot more attention. Where once you get into a bigger school, you know, it gets a little bit harder to pay attention to every student. So, but I'd like to have a bigger school that I can bring more people to the events and and do good. So, all right, thank you.
I'm here now with Phil Hardwick. He just got promoted last night to USBA local regional official. How you doing, sir?
Very good, sir.
So, what got you into competitive breaking? You were competing in breaking many years ago. Your son's a powerful breaker. He was Team Virtual in the USBA for a long time. So, can you kind of tell us why you got into it?
Well, in my mid-20s, I was in martial arts. I was in a full contact style Japanese Kokushinkai, and I had a passion for martial arts. And I got my son involved when he was 7, and I was just a parent, you know, helping out. I was around the USBA from its onset, and one day I decided I wanted to get involved. I wanted to get back in. I wanted to explore my passion again, and got back into it. And under my senior master, Master Velez, and under his tutelage, I got into forms, and then I tried the breaking, and it was just, I had a passion for it. I love the camaraderie, I love the competitiveness, I love how people are willing in the arts to help each other. Where in different fields or different sports, you don't always see that. But in martial arts, a good portion of the people are always there to help each other. It's like a giant family.
I agree. What makes the USBA, WBA so unique as a martial arts organization as well as a breaking organization compared to some of the other ones that we're involved in?
Okay, first of all, they really care about the people. They're in it, they put together their tournaments in ways, they're for their students and their competitors. They want it to be a positive experience. They also, they run a very fluent and tight ship, and they're always willing to help the competitor. We might be competing against each other, but before that, we're helping each other to do things, which is very unusual.
Yeah,
very unusual, and I find it very unique and unusual, and it's very refreshing to see.
So, as the new official for the USBA, what is your goal as a role? What are you going to bring to the table that maybe people haven't done in the past?
Well, what I hope to do is to use the knowledge that I was given from my instructors and from being around the organization, and just trying to keep myself into the flow of what they have going. And if I think of it, you know, and present any new ideas or suggestions, that keeps that flow going. No, thank you.
I am now joined with Ken Goodrich. He's one of our directors down in Massachusetts, multiple time world record holder and world champion. How you doing today?
Excellent, sir. How are you today?
Pretty good. What did you think of the Hall of Fame thing from last night?
Oh, I thought it was great. It's always nice to get everybody together and kind of celebrate outside of tournaments because it gets kind of hectic on tournament day, so it was really nice.
Sure, yeah, like today's already hectic, right? The USBA, WBA, what makes it so unique as an organization compared to some of the other martial art organizations that we've been involved in?
I think number one, the consistency in the tournaments, the standardization, and the people. You know, there's some really nice people here. Everybody's helpful. Everybody's competing with each other, not against each other, and trying to be pushing everybody to do their best. So, you know, it's a really good family organization.
Exactly. That seems to be the theme of the USBA is that even though we're competing against each other, you and I have gone head-to-head plays in. At the end of the day, we're friends, we want to help each other. Yeah, that's really what makes us right. So you've been competing, what, 5-6 years now?
My 6th year with USBA.
So, what made you want to get into competitive breaking?
you know, I did it for a long time on small local tournaments, and you know, honestly, like somebody said last night at the awards banquet, I saw Master SERRANO on TV in 2004 up on ESPN, and watching them break concrete. I just said to myself, you know, I'd really like to be up there one day. And finally, was blessed to be able to find the USBA and find an outlet for some stress and be able to reach our goals. So now I'm here, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.